I think one of the biggest lies our generation is being told today is that being seen is the same thing as being known. And that's not true. We've created this culture that says your image is more important than God's image. What you want people to see, the person that's strong, that's saying the right things online, that looks good, that their social media feed is nice. You got a lot of followers, et cetera, et cetera. But that's really not what the gospel is about. Jesus says, come as you are, right? And a lot of times we see this stuff online and it's like this whole idea, it's not the prosperity gospel anymore. It's not even the poverty gospel. We got this new thing like the popularity gospel, that God's on that person because they got a lot of followers. God is moving in that person's life because they get all the likes on Instagram or social media or whatever. And while that stuff is not bad, don't hear me say that that's wrong. I'm not sitting here rebuking content creators, especially Christian content creators, but I am saying that you cannot replace that culture and that sort of interaction online with true discipleship, with true meaningful relationships. Yes, Jesus had a lot of followers. Don't get me wrong. If Jesus had an Instagram today, I'm sure he would have millions of followers. But Jesus also had 12 disciples, people that were ministering with him, doing life with him, that had deep, meaningful relationships with him. So no, being seen is not the same thing as being known. Psalm 139 says that before you had the word come out of your mouth, God knew the word that you were going to say. So God actually knows all about you. So you don't have to try to put on this facade to everybody that says, well, look at what I'm doing on social media, and say, well, God's favor is on me because everybody's following me. Well, Jesus actually says, come as you are, even if you're broken, because you don't have to have it figured out. I don't know who needs to hear this today. Don't have to keep performing for God. God doesn't necessarily care about how many followers you have on Instagram or what kind of social media presence you have. He cares about your real, tangible relationship with him. Meaningful, physical, not through a screen. So don't try to keep performing for God. Don't try to keep performing for other people, because you weren't created to make people like you. You were created to love and worship and reflect the glory of Jesus Christ.